It is absolutely roasting in here. Whoa. British summer is here, but in the game, the summer has gone, which means transfers at Spurs. Yeah, oh my god, that rhymes. There's got to be something I can do with that. Not on this episode. There's too much to do. We've got a fair amount to get through as we kick off Season 10. We are at the halfway point of the save. Well, maybe until I actually complete it, because I don't think I'm going to finish this in 20 years. Although if my squad has anything to say about it, we will. I'm feeling very, very confident this year with Spurs. We've also got £100 million in the bank. Only 27.8 million. Daniel Levy never change. I'm sure most Spurs fans wish they would. Anyway, moving on then. Because as always, when it starts off with a brand new season, it's always about what happened in the summer. Last time, we got a very, very credible Champions League place and finished third in the league, which is very impressive. Can we go a couple steps more and maybe challenge for the title, win a trophy? That's my aim this year. Sorry as well, I forgot I had the window open because it is roasting in here. So if you can hear cars and stuff, I'm sorry. So we've sold a couple of players, and one that I was a bit upset to let go was Wayne Robbins, a potentially really good young footballer, but I don't play wingers, and because I don't play wingers, there was no point in keeping him here. And the other thing is that Everton offered me a whopping £40.5 million for it. He is a good footballer and could potentially be very good, but in a system that doesn't suit him, I didn't really want an unhappy camper. He's already got one goal for them, though, so obviously after a pretty decent start in his Everton career, but £40.5 million for that was pretty good. As was £42.5 million for Lorenzo Parola, a player that was getting near his prime, pretty much in his prime, but maybe going slightly past it. PSG bought him for aforementioned fee. I'm pretty happy to let him go, really. It's these ones here that annoy me. The lack of leadership at that age is something I need more. I need more than 8 aggression as well. Technically a very good player, physically still pretty decent, mentally not quite where I needed him to be. And the one we all had a feeling that might come is that Dean Bates has gone. He has also gone to Paris Saint-Germain. I'm basically funding them. He cost £30 million. He's already played at 6.4 in there. And we all know that Yusuf Chamiti has arrived. I couldn't justify keeping Dean Bates here. A really talented player a talented footballer, but maybe not quite as good as I needed him to be. He's not going to take me that extra step. And the other sale we made was that of one Ramon Velez, who was obviously on loan. We already knew the fee was going to come in, but that added a very tasty £27.5 million to the budget. And with that in mind then, what did I spend it on? Or rather, who did I spend it on? Come on, Mike, get it right. There are a number of big signings, and one, we'll kick off with the obvious one. We all know Yusuf Chamiti was coming to the club. Okay, we all know he's at 3 stars. He's not going to get much better, but he is a tried and trusted player in this system. A man who got me many, many goals at Fiorentina. And if you look at it here, 105 league goals in 193 league appearances. He is lethal. He is excellent. He's already got 1 goal for us already. Came off the bench in a 2-0 win over Leicester, which is how we started the season. He's still got some brilliant attributes. He's still only 26 years old. To get him for £40 million, maybe someone says it's a bit expensive. If he gets me 20 goals this year, worth every penny. He is maybe the final bit of the jigsaw for those games last year where I couldn't quite get the goal to get over the line. Like games against Leeds that I threw away points in. He could be the man to get those goals. We know how good he is. I'm going to keep telling myself I did the right thing. It's got off to a good start though. Moving on from the kind of big signings, because there were a number of big multi-million pound signings, and Chamiti was £40 million. I'm going to move on to the frees and the loans to start with. Lucas Costa is a young goalkeeper I bought in on not on loan, so I bought him in from Atletico Madrid. Very good, decent potential. Looks like he could be very, very good. But for me, it's more about the fact, bring him in on a free, and then once I bought him in on a free, set him on for profit. That's how I've been generating my finances. I've done that pretty much all the way through the save, and I will continue to do so. Daniel Levy loves that as well, which means that he loves me, and hopefully he'll give me more budget as I go forward, but I'm not counting my chickens. This one I am very pleased with, and that is the signing on loan of young Spencer Taylor, a Manchester United prodigy who I have to say at the ripe old age of 17 is absolutely flipping phenomenal. Look at this. Look at him. Described as a wonder kid. He's nearly already world class. Just look at it. Physically, can you get much better than that? No. Mentally, at this age, can you get much better than that? No. Technically, can you get much better? Yes, definitely. But technique can come over time. This This is, I mean, you can learn it, but it takes a really long time to. The fact that he's got all these mentals early doors is great. The fact he can play anywhere across the back four is also brilliant. I'm absolutely ecstatic. Make him English as well, brilliant. Means that I satisfy quite a lot of the criteria in terms of the European competitions. Beautiful. What a signing. Speaking of what a signing, I couldn't not. I don't know if Tottenham fans are going to love this or they're going to hate me for it. I brought back Dele Alli. Just saying. A familiar face, an old friend. Yeah, okay. I mean, he scored 100 goals for Spurs in his career in this before moving to Valencia in 2026-2028. He's still got brilliant technicals. His mentals are pretty solid. I needed a more English contingent, okay? And I could get him on a free for 26.5k. There was no way I wasn't going to take up on that. Veteran attacking midfielder. Still got some really good player traits. I personally think it's actually quite a shrewd signing. This season he's going to do something brilliant. I can feel it. This one's a bit more of a budget signing that I'm sure a lot of you will be quite happy with, and that is that of Ilax Moriba. The problem is, you'll notice here, it says he's at Tottenham, also says he's on loan at Juventus. What's going on? Couldn't get him on a work permit, because he hadn't played for that long, right? £8 million, though. £8 million. Juve are paying all of his wages. They're paying all the wages. I'm going to get him back in his prime, and £8 million for a midfield entertainer. I'm not going to get too into him because we're not going to see him this year, but next year. Get more into the £1 million. Well, get more into the multi-millions. Now, this guy, Adam Clarke, from Belgium. Adam Clarke was £24 million. For £24 million, I get this. It's magic. You know, he's going to score goals. Adam Clarke, 18 dribbling, 16 first touch, 16 passing, 18 technique, 13 work rate, 15 vision, 19 determination, 16 decision, 16 composure, 17 acceleration. He's just flipping amazing. This is what I was talking about getting strength and depth in over the summer. This is what I focused on. I've certainly done that. Because now we're on to the big two, and with Parola going and Koundé going back to his new club, I needed a centre-back. Sergio Gonzalez, I'll let you look at Sergio Gonzalez, and then you're going to tell me just how damn good he is. The aggression is the only thing. The only thing is the aggression. Everything else is perfect. Physically, incredible. He's 6'4". He's amazing. He stays back at all times, avoids using weak foot, refrains from taking risks. He's an elite centre-back. He's got brilliant bravery, brilliant positioning. Leadership, maybe he could do a bit better than 11, so good determination. Technically, though, he's also fan-flipping-tastic. How much did I get him for? £50 million. How much did it say I should have got him for? £94 million. So I basically nearly saved myself £44 million because Atalanta had a poor season and I dived in before anybody else to get him. He's played at over 7s for the last 2 years. He's already made a brilliant start. He is my new number one centre-back, and he is flipping phenomenal. But not the best player that I've signed, because that goes to also a man possibly with the best name in world football, Evans Roy Lake. Wow. As Owen Wilson would say, wow, unbelievable. Wow. Look at those mentals. Wow. You know, Capitano, if I had a player like that, I just retire straight away. I'd want everything. Wow. Owen Wilson approves. I approve. Evans Roy Lake, who I got from Sheffield United for a mild £54 million, making him our most expensive signing of the window, but by far the best. 18s, 17s, everywhere you look. Incredible footballer. Incredible footballer. Like I said, there's more wonders in the transfer market from me. I brought in a load of money, I've sold, and I've bought barely anybody. You look at that there, I brought in £100 million, as well as some of the other sales I made. It's probably more like 200 million. And I spent probably about 180, which I think for the turnaround we've had is great. It's quality as well as quantity. I've ticked both. You can tell now the squad's maybe a little bit thinner than it was because I've not loaned in as many players. The transfer window is still not yet over, but how could I not be happy with what we've just seen? How could I not be happy with that transfer window? And we've also made a brilliant start to the season. We beat Leicester, who are a bit of a bogey team for us on this game, 2-0. Like I said, Chimiti got himself a goal, and Jude Bellingham, I believe, chipped in with one as well. No, tell a lie, it was Iran Almaraz who got our first goal of the season. So I should have remembered that. Either way, though, a very good start to the season. And you get a treat because today, as you've seen, we're taking on Manchester City away at the Etihad. They finished second last year and will be definitely looking to overhaul Chelsea, who I must say are probably overwhelming favourites for the season. They played 2 games and scored 9 goals. They literally just beat Man United 5-0. United are now bottom of the table, which makes me so happy. But you can tell we are edging up like the rankings in terms of like the favourites. But City are apparently favourites, so we are taking on the best team, arguably, in the league, apparently anyway. Although all those players are Liverpool players. Like, there's actually 4 Liverpool players in there. So, going into the game then, the problem I've really got is how do I fit Lake in? I'm going to have to. There's no way I can't not fit him in, although I was tempted to go with the midfield 3 that has favoured us so well. But this is the team then. The only place, obviously, I didn't really get to strengthen was left back. I really want Seabass, okay? I'm holding out to get Seabass, alright, but I need to pay £69 million to get him. I don't have that money. If I get it in January, he is the final piece of the puzzle. Other than that, I think this team could easily go on and win leagues. I really do. Maybe the front could do with a little bit more work, but other than that, like, literally nearly perfect. If we don't win the... But then you see the competition we're up against, and actually, to be fair, is bloody hard. But Bogdanovic in goal, Harwood, Pai, Gonzalez and Alvarez make up the new look back 4. By that I mean Gonzalez is in. Zilic is in the middle, supporting Hudson, Henrik and Lake, who are a new kind of midfield dynamic trio. I'm hoping no one calls it trio. And then you've got Jude Bellingham in support with Smet and Troy Parrott, just like it was last year. Chamiti is on the bench, ready to rock and roll, as is Adam Clarke. What do you think of my signings in the summer? Let me know what you think in the comment section. And while you're down there, why not drop a like on the video before we all get to see me be very sad? Because looking at their team, it looks pretty good. They've got Haaland, Furtado, Nelly, who's arguably the best player in the game at this point. Carrasco's good. Seraphine, we know about him. We know about Kremeta because we saw him last year. Palazzo's a player we've also seen. So they haven't really made that much in the way of signing since last year. I'm going to say go and carry straight on from what we did in the last match. We were very good against Leicester. We dominated from start to finish. And in the end, it took a little while to break them down, but we got the job done. This could probably be a bit more of an open-ended game. I'm feeling sort of confident. This will be a good test for Gonzalez up against Haaland. Let's see just how good he is. As always, when you go away to one of the big boys, I would happily take a draw without any qualms or any issue. We were quite decent against City, to be fair, last year. I don't think we lost them. I think we drew with them twice, which is pretty impressive. And most of the time that was just us hitting him on the counter and sheer dumb luck. So let's hope for some more of that, please. As they move the ball around nicely. Haaland, I mean, this is what I was worried about. Bogdanovic makes a decent save. Ooh, Furtado is so quick. He's so quick. I think we're trying to ease our way into the game here. Collins and Diaz, the 2 centre-backs of theirs, have got themselves bookings early doors, as somehow we've managed to clear that, as Andy Harwood clears it off the line. I mean, this is Mike Munchino at his best. Jose Mourinho has arrived. This is going to be a goal from a set piece, isn't it? Furtado whips it in. Saliba. I mean, it's not great for Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic comes. He doesn't get anywhere near it. And we're 1-0 down. And I don't want to say we were comfortable to that point, but I do not expect us to be conceding set pieces. We've got more than enough height. It's not great from Bogdanovic. It's a very, very rare mistake. He doesn't tend to make them very often. But he's made one of those. Gonzalez hits possibly one of the best passes in history. Please, Troy Parrott. He's gone around everyone. That is one of the best goals you will ever see. This pass from Sergio Gonzalez, just watch, okay? He's cut across it. He's volleyed it. I mean, I need to see it again. Show me, please. Oh, you don't really get to see it in all its glory. It's just one of the best passes. I mean, let's not even talk about what the goalkeeper's doing here. What is this? Edison, what are you doing? It's terrible. 1 chance, 1 goal. Mike Munchino. I'm a genius. I'm an absolute genius. Well done, Troy Parrott. Get in, boys. As Pai heads it clear. We've not controlled any part of this game whatsoever. We have been on the back foot from the start, but somehow we find ourselves at 1-1. We're not making any tackles there. Saliba gets in down the right. I don't really regard him as a wing-back, but he seems to be doing that role very well for them, and it's very irritating. Saliba whips it in. We've cleared it away from Haaland. It's not another counter-attack, is it? Smet's not made the best start to the season, I'm not going to lie. That's not good. Furtado's going to score here. He's going to roast him. Furtado goes in on goal. He's at the post. I don't believe it. Don't foul him. For Christ's sake, don't foul him. It's hard for me to get upset when you're 1-1 away at the Etihad at half-time against the favourites for the league. Don't concede now. Bogdanovic to Gonzalez, Gomet, and I want another worldie, please. Pie to Zilic, who hits it long over the top. I mean, I don't even want to know who that's for. Oh my god, Troy Parrott is capitalised. Parrott, you idiot! Honestly, I am pleased how things are going, only because we're drawing. If we were losing, I'd be fuming. But we've had arguably the 2 best chances of the game. I can't believe Parrott missed that. By his standards, that's a sitter. He's a very good finisher as Troy Parrott. That is a poor effort. And Smet's having an absolute shocker. So Smet's coming off. On comes Yusuf Chamiti. I'm tempted to take off Jude, but Jude always turns up in the big games. He has a habit of turning up when I need him to, so I'm not going to take him off. But at the moment, half an hour to go, I'd take a draw at the Etihad. I'd be very, very happy with that, please. There is a highlight, and we've got the ball. We've been a bit better second half. We've obviously kind of controlled the game a little bit more and not let them have as much in the way of attempts. We've just got to be clinical. Parrott into Jude Bellingham. This is why I told you. Cannot take him off. Hey Jude, keep scoring goals and make Spurs better. We all want Munch. Munchino. What a performance from MikeRo Munchino. 2-1 against the favourites for the league in their own backyard. Don't mind if I do. Have some faith in Bellingham. Don't mind if I do. Sometimes you bitch. I've dropped a bad one in there. Evans Roy Lake is injured, you son of a bitch. Roldan comes on. There's never joy without despair. How long's Lake out for? 10 months? 9? Take your bets, viewers. I can't be too happy for too long. Christ. Amaraz throws it into Troy Parrott. Parrott moving forward on the ball now. Parrott back to Bellingham. Jude. That's... no. Fatale. This is a goal. Can't be too happy for too long, can you? Never too long. Hudson Emmerich's coming off. I'm going to bring on Adam Clarke, actually. Adam Clarke, he's going to swap with Jude. So Adam Clarke's going to go... I can't believe we conceded a stupid... Oh, Jude! I'd still take a draw, but to be 2-1 ahead and then to throw it away like that is infuriating. Not 3. Don't let them win this. They do deserve it, but don't let them. Bellingham on the ball. Jude over the top. Yusuf Chamiti. This is what I bought you for diving. It was a terrible dive. It was never a penalty. Win that header, please, Andy Harwood. You have. Well done. Roll down on the ball. Back to Zilic. Do not give the ball away stupidly here, boys. Especially you, Jude. Jude to Chamiti. He's going to get there first. Chamiti! Oh, no! Yusuf! I can't look at what just happened. £40 million I spent. Adeyemi to Wan-Bissaka. I mean, that's disgusting that Wan-Bissaka's even there. Great header away. Straight back to Wan-Bissaka. I'm just waiting. Haaland's missed it. In the 6 minutes of added on time that they need to score, of course. Oh, for God's sake, it's still ongoing. Unless Wan-Bissaka makes a terrible error, which... Ref, come on. Ref, look at the time. You've played 20 seconds more. Ref! It's 20 sec... Can you please stop? Zilic heads it clear. Palazzo. Ref! You've nearly played on a minute, mate. Flipping hell. Talk about unnecessary stress. A 2-2 draw. I'll take it. Could have been a win. Maybe should have been a win. Like, 3 weeks. So not 9 months. Okay, I can cope with that. Not bad. That leaves us then 5th, obviously, but it's too early to worry about that. We're not going to worry about it too much. What we're going to end up doing is come back when the Champions League draw gets made, which I'm hoping will be around this Liverpool game or so. So expect me to come back maybe for the first Champions League game, maybe just for the Liverpool and Fulham games, because these could be 2 big ones, especially the Liverpool game could be absolutely massive in the context of the Premier League this season. Who's your money on? Chelsea look obviously quality, but I mean, Kulusevski's got 6 goals in 2 games. Sorry? Thank you so much for watching today's episode of my Match and Mourinho save. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have, of course, then please do drop a like on the video. Let me know what you think of my transfer signings in the comment section below. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until I see you again for another episode, hopefully we'll have the Champions League group. Take care of yourselves, everyone, and stay cool.